Hey guys, happy Easter. Olive and I are excited to do this bee drawing with pencil. You're going to need a plain piece of typing paper that Miss Barron sent home with you. And I've gridded mine off to find the center. And a pencil, eraser, just any pencil and eraser is going to work for this project. And go ahead and grid your square off. And keep in mind you can pause this video at any point that you need to. So we're going to get started. Olive's over here getting ready as well. All right, Olive's got her paper gridded off. All right, so we want to draw our bee big. We want this to be, we're going to magnify it. We're going to put on our special glasses and magnify it. So I'm going to go in this bottom corner down here, and I'm going to draw the back end of my bee first. And it's just going to be kind of like a tapered end piece, kind of like a little bit of a rainbow, maybe about that size. See right there? Go ahead and pause it if you need to. Then we're going to curve it around and bring it up both sides and create the top part, his head, giving him a pretty good size, almost like a peanut shape here, huh? So your head should be kind of maybe about the center there. And don't worry if you've gone too dark. That'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
All right. And then up at the top, we're going to draw these little sort of antenna type things, but just do one like this and one like this. And then connect the ones with a kind of a little rainbow in there. All right, then we'll put it around here to make the head more defined, and we're gonna do some shading later, so just leave that like that. Then we're gonna go out and draw the first wing. Now remember, if it goes off the page, that is no big deal, but this first piece kind of comes out at a pretty little arc, and it comes down at a little bit of an angle, and then it's skinny, comes out skinny, so it's gonna get thicker. See how we tapered it? We've gone from skinny to thick. Then the next line comes around like this, gets a little wider, and comes around like that. And we'll fix all our lines when we shade here in a minute. I'm going to go around and do my other side. Remember, if I'm moving too quickly, what do? Pause the video. Come around here, angle down, and come over here. Come around here. And then come back and make sure it's narrow. There you go. Got some wings. Then we are going to add two each side. We're going to make this kind of a jointed little skinny leg. Kind of comes around like that. And a jointed same length if you can. Comes around like that. Kind of a creepy little bee leg. Going to give it another leg here. And another leg over here. And notice my lines are kind of wavering a little bit because, you know, it's kind of how a bee looks. Now we get to do kind of a fun part. The way we recognize our bees is when they have stripes on their backs. So I'm going to set my first stripe, and you might have, you know, some other ideas here. And notice my stripes are getting a little wider on the wider parts of his body. And then we're going to shade those in a minute, but don't do that yet. And then we are going to put some legs up here in the front. Again, these are just jointed little legs. Kind of follow whatever method you use down below. Follow the same pattern. Let's look and see how Olive's doing. Ooh, Olive, that looks great. Nice, nice bee. Her bee's kind of going off the page a little, which looks kind of cool. My bee's a little bigger, taking up some more space. Now we are going to do, you can erase your guidelines. That might help you a little bit. Take a minute and erase your guidelines. And see in here, ooh, my eraser was a little dirty, but that won't matter here in a minute. My eraser was real dirty.
You're just trying to make sure you have a clean eraser when you erase.
Wow, as always. Erase your guidelines. I don't know what happened to my eraser there.
You want to use mine?
No, it's okay.
All right.
All right, so now Olive's going to hold the camera here for a minute, and I'm going to come in here and give my bee a little bit more interesting shading. So if you have to make sure the camera's in the right spot, you'll want to come around, and this is a chance to put detail and use different pencil pressures. Really work on making some pressure points. And I'm going to give my guy a little bit of antennas right here. I want to do some thinner lines. Can they see that okay, Olive?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to shade just a little bit through here just to give him a little bit of look.
A little bit of look.
And we're going to come back and fix some of this in a minute. Make his legs a little darker. Darken up his legs. So use your different, I'm moving along quickly, but you can use some different shading techniques. So now, what I'd like to do on his back here, where I have, bees have these little crazy little hair follicles.
They're fuzzy.
They are fuzzy, Olive, exactly. So see, this is an opportunity for me to make my lines fuzzy. I'm going to texture this. I'm moving along quickly. I want you guys to take your time maybe here and pause and make beautiful texturing. But I want you to get an idea of what it feels like to kind of texture your bee a little bit. I'm bringing it down into here. Going to give it a little shading.
Fuzzy wuzzy.
Make sure you're getting right in there. So see that? That's okay. So again, this makes my smooth lines kind of go away. I'm going to lighten this a little. Let me take my eraser. Oh, I don't like my eraser. Might just do a little. See, if you don't like as much as you got, you can just take a little away. Then I'm going to come through here and darken up these stripes. And this is a chance. I want you to use light, medium, dark pressure. I want you to use a lot of different strokes with your taking away. I didn't like how dark I got on the back there, so I'm just removing a little bit. Now watch, of course a bee, this is his body, right? So in order for all this to look blended, see how I'm just taking my pencil through that? Did you see that part, Olive?
Yep.
And I'd like it to be a little lighter on top, so I'm just leaving it a little lighter.
Oh, that does look nice.
Bring your, this is a new technique for a lot of us. So just bring your pencil along and pull up.
That is very excellent.
So bring it along like that, a little dark in here. And then you just work with it. I want to get through this, so I'm going to, now his wings are the best part. The wings have all sorts of cool patterns. I forgot to darken this, you can tell.
I have to say the back looks very excellent.
It's creepy. You gotta make sure this looks plenty hairy. I would have spent more time on my back if I had a little bit more time. Now the back of the wings are awesome, but they look a little crackly. So in order to get this pattern, you're just gonna have to work with it a little bit. And they all have this strange little broken glass kind of a look. So draw in your lines first, and again, I'm moving more quickly than I want you guys to, to spend a little bit more time on this part than I am. But I'm going to show you the crackly wings. This gives it a little bit of creepy factor, right?
Oh.
How would you describe these wings, Olive?
They look cracked.
Kind of iridescent?
Yes.
So in order to get the iridescent, that's going to come in a little bit later with our hive. Okay, because we're going to leave these pretty light compared to the rest of our art. So just take your pencil along, work your lines a little bit, but leave a lot of white. This will be the only real white spots, okay guys? And that'll look cooler when we get to the hive part. So you'll do that on both wings. Now we get to the hive, which is cool. Definitely spend more time erasing your lines than I did, okay? But we're going to put in my first hive. Can they see this really well, Olive?
Let me try to at least get at that angle.
Is that better?
And yeah, it works.
Okay, this is tricky, guys, so do it light the first time. One line, okay? Now remember, you're going to go onto your bee at some point. It's one line, parallel of each other, and then a little wide V. That's it. Then your next one, you come up. There's my V. There's my parallel line. There's my parallel line and my V. Here's my line. Here's my line. Here's my line. Come up. Oh, I went off the paper, which is cool. Come here. Come there. Go over. Then you just follow your pattern. Just follow your pattern. So parallel line with a wide V. Oh, it's kind of fun when you get to do it close to the bee. Right here. Come on over. Come on over. And if you get mixed up, you just erase it and fix it. And draw over your bee if you have to, just to get it at first. I'm going to come down here, parallel line, wide V. Again, pause it. If you need to practice on a piece of paper, Olive and I practiced before the video just to make sure we understood how to do it. See, I had to kind of improvise right there. Did you guys see me do that? Whoa, I made a mistake. No big deal. Kind of a fun part. I'm just kind of enjoying doing this. All right, wide V, parallel line. My other parallel line's off the page. Parallel line, parallel. Kind of think about where you were on the other part, guys. All right, so when you go back here now, I'm going to take over here to this side. I'm going to give this a medium shade throughout. Maybe even line it with a, see that black thin line? Doesn't it look kind of cool? Again, you can play with your shading on this. I'm going to give you guys a lot of time on that. You really, I don't want to hurry you guys through this, but I'm going to show you my finished product in a little bit. And this is going to be super light.
We're just in a slight time crunch.
No, well, I just want to make sure the video loads well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come through here, and then I will finish this. And you will shade, make your honeycomb pattern and your fly, but leave your wings clean.
Bee.
And let's go ahead and stop it, and Olive and I will return in part 2. All right, shade away.
Bye-bye.